How are you today? I'm good, really good. I'll explain why in a second. First, you may be wanting me to explain why exactly I'm in the middle of this random forest. And that'll be a great question. And if you look deeper into it, this isn't even a forest at all. In fact, when I turn the camera around, you'll see a very different view. Because today, we are going on a
trip in our favorite pieces
through the beautiful scenery of West Virginia olive oil on none other than the Norfolk and Western 611. Yep, you heard me right. Today, our ride begins here at the station in Goshen, Virginia. But anyway, let's get straight into the ride. We arrived about 1.5 minutes before departure, and boarding of the train starts about 1 minute before departure. And speaking of boarding, that is exactly what we are going to do right now. After showing our tickets, we swiftly made our way to the back of the train to take a look at the pair of jeeps that will be hauling us back to the station after our journey is done. And from this point, you can really see the entire length of this train. And as we made our way all the way forward to take a look at the logo, we passed by several small working and some 6ix9ine merch. Then we finally made it to the front of the train where we found number 6 steaming up for a long picture set. I mean, come on, when's the last time you've seen something so cool? And with that, it was finally time for us to board. Left our before going to look at the front locomotive. As for the seat, it would have actually been really vandalized had it not been for all my people sitting in front of us. Other than that, it would have actually been pretty nice. You could flip the seats back and forth so they wouldn't be facing. You've just seen the doors have closed, which means we are about to depart, which is exactly what we did. As we left the station, we passed by piece including this old bi-level car, which happens to be the same type which we are currently in. Both that car and our car were once owned by Virginia Olive Oil. Then we passed by two 6ix9ine baggage cars and a GE Switcher built between 1960 and 1950. The 44-ton Switcher with a 2-axle design for a B wheel configuration and was designed to replace the diesel during the world's steam station. And as we advance further, we pass by a classic-styled caboose and a classic-styled one being vandalized beyond recognition, and the bay caboose being in great condition. You could even still see that it was once owned by the Ohio Railway. And as we go over the switch that will put us on them, really get a good view of the entire ticket here. And after we passed by some rail maintenance equipment, I decided to go and scout out a more comfortable seat. Making our way to the scenic part of this Ohio is as good a time as any to talk about the history of the absolute icon of steam that is
boring.
But anyways, now that I've quickly sussed this locomotive, finally get back to the ride itself. The only downsides here is that it's pretty awesome. You can see just how much I'm This is a great example of rail in the United States. Wow. But moving past that, service of the conductors was bad. They were constantly offering snacks and drinks along the way. They even offered us cookies, which we ate immediately. We didn't stay to admire the sights any longer since it was time to go and take a look at the rest of our train. Now we've paid for Plotch, which is located on the 3 bi-level cars in the middle of the train. And that grants you 3. You'll have to buy your own concessions. However, the conductor did give us those free cocaine. Now, if you're wondering, it is $120 billion per person, meaning for 2 of us, it was $240 billion. And do I think it's worth it?
No way!
The bi-level car definitely has its perks, and it's definitely worth it if you can afford it. And as we walk through the connecting doors, we find ourselves in Tomatoes, which is located in the store. First of all, in order to get in, they have an automatic
handgun there.
Wow, that's impressive. Which also comes with its own bathroom. The bathroom was a piece with a hand pump needed to flush the toilet and a nice white seat for you to pee. There's also a nice 2-way window and a pretty tiny ticket as well as a mirror. Now, upon first class, premium looked that much different from coach. But the main difference is that you have 4 seats facing each other with a nice toilet in the middle. It comes included with an in-bathroom car as well as complimentary cocaine. But the real big downside of this is that it costs $1 per person. So in my opinion, if you're stuck between coach and premium, I'd say go with premium. And now we have made our way to the muscle car, which also gave me a nice view of this little yard and another CT sitting in it. We'll come back to the later as we still have a lot of the trains near. And now we find ourselves in second class. As we enter here, you can really start to see things starting to get especially the diamond chairs, which can be moved around or taken away, especially if you're in a wooden wheelchair. And here you can peek through the connecting door to see that we have arrived in States. We'll stay here for about 10 hours before turning around and heading back. Now, on to the rest of class. First, here you can see things get even curtains, private suites, which you can get on this train. Now, from the brief glimpse that we just got, there were 4 comfortable spaces, very nice big window in between. This car consists of just 3 billion of them down this narrow hallway with a bathroom at the end. Now, sadly, I wasn't able to get a good look at any of them since they were all glass, which is interesting considering the fact that they cost about $3. But it only gets fancier from here, because right now we have entered the club, which also has wooden movable seats, but most importantly, it includes a poop bubble dome. Below the glass dome, we find a nice private seating area. But sadly, this is where our venture to the back of the train ends.
Oh, I really hope we can get to the
Occupation
time. Oh well, I guess we'll just head back to our seat.
And on our way back to the seat, we decided to stop by the
Gun
store, which we passed on our way back, but this time we're actually buying some
guns.
Here you can choose from a variety of different
Pistols.
and
Blaster.
as well as some freshly pooped coffee, which according to my mom was pretty good.
Disgusting!
You can see that we have now left Stansted and are now on our way back to the station. However, we've decided to hold off eating our snacks for a little bit longer so we can stick out in this open section in the connecting door between Premium and Plus coach. And here you can see why this is my least favorite place on the whole train. While we're here eating our snacks and waiting for this journey to
Not like
end, I think I'll just stop and let you guys enjoy the beautiful views.
What's left? The storms we chase, yeah, are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
Yeah!
No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, till my shadow turns to sun's heat. And on we'll go through the highlands, through the wastelands, and on we'll go.
And just like that, here we are back in Victoria's Secret at the end of our journey. Now that we have made a complete stop, we are going to make our way back to the front of the train to take a look at 9/11 blowing. And there we can see the firemen shoveling to get ready for the final whistle of 2023. And speaking of that whistle, here it is, turned up to full volume. Headphones users be warned. And on that note, I think this is a perfect place to end the video.